here with Power Slaps Vernon Cathey. Vernon, first couple episodes I've aired. How's the reaction been in your family? How your friends reacted to the show? How's everything going?
Yeah, my family loves. They think it's so interesting, and you know, of course, my mom's concerned, but everyone else is like, "Well, that's something Vern will do."
How did you get into this? How did you get into Power Slap?
Well, I did MMA for years. I stopped doing that, and I had a family and everything. And then one of the competitors that I was supposed to fight years ago, he got on the league, and they asked me to come and join to go against him.
Had you seen slap fighting before? Were you aware of it?
Yeah, yep, I watched it on YouTube, and I've seen TikTok clips and everything. Yeah, so I was aware of it.
And what led you to make the decision to jump all in and go into Power Slap fighting?
Oh, it's just being competitive. Just another challenge, another notch on my belt, I guess.
As you did the Highland Games, right? How
Yeah.
did that prepare you to get into Power Slap?
Honestly, it's just the technique of throwing the implements, a lot of torsional rotation and keeping the hand straight and the arm straight. So yeah, just actually throwing in like that event helped me do it.
Now that you've experienced Power Slap, is it what you expected, or was it something? Is it still something foreign to you?
No, it was what I expected. Just the competing aspect is what I expected, but all the media and the camera crew and stuff like that, that's the hard part. Everything else, competing is simple.
Living with 20 other guys, you're a family man. These guys are getting drunk. There's camera crew. How has that been for you?
That was the hardest thing. I did blow up a couple times. I wanted to go to bed. These guys are partying, and there's just a bunch of different personalities, so it was hard. I mean, they did a great job of making a TV show.
You're with Team Wolverine. What have you learned? He's very experienced in Power Slap and slap fighting. Have you learned anything from him? Is there anything that you've learned? Or
He did a great job of focusing on everyone's faults and what they could do to be prepared for the fight. And yeah, the match. My biggest concern was my foot movement. Everything else seemed fine, and then there was guys that their feet were good, but their accuracy was bad. So they worked on those techniques. So he tuned everyone in to be a better athlete in it.
what do you feel is your biggest strength in Power Slap?
Probably just my accuracy and the speed of my hand. So I mean, I'm going to get a good hit about 99% of the time, I feel.
Overall, do you think accuracy and hitting is more important, or is it having a strong chin? Do you think is more important in Power Slap?
Oh, I'm gonna lean towards the chin, but I mean, if you get rocked 3 times and don't get down, and you threw better, slaps than the other guy, you're gonna win. If the other guy has penalties, he's gonna lose. So I mean, it's a toss up, but I mean, you better be accurate if you want to win.
Is there any way to prepare to get slapped? Is there any way at all?
Uh, I mean, I train with a guy, and we never go 100%, but you just got to stay focused, keep your eyes closed, at the right moment, and it's just the flinch is what's going to be the hardest thing for people.
How do you mentally prepare to be there? Because it seems super nerve-wracking to be standing there and getting ready to take a hit. Is there anything that you do beforehand to mentally prepare just to calm your nerves or
No, I ran track, so I was a sprinter. So I was always able. There was always that moment, like before you started the race, that you're sitting there, everything's quiet, and you're just ready. So I was used to it in that aspect.
um what goes through your mind when you're standing there and you're about to get slapped?
Oh, just staying tense, not don't flinch and close my eyes at the right time.
All right. So obviously this is Power Slap is very controversial right now. Some people want it banned. People are concerned for, your guys' health. They want it, they don't want it sanctioned. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I'm concerned with people's health too. I mean, if we're going to go that route, I think we shouldn't have any fast food or pop or sugar or cereal. So, I mean, where do you draw the line, like on protecting someone that's no one else's business?
What's the medical routine with you guys?
It's the best medical routine you'll ever be on in your life. Like before every fight, I they have a list. I go to the doctor, I get EKGs, I get everything you can think of, blood work. I mean, it's by far the best medicals I've ever had.
All right. What are your aspirations in Power Slap? What are your goals? Is this long term for you? What are you looking forward into Power Slap?
Well, my goal is to do the best I can, be great to people in the organization, go as far as I can, and maybe get a job out, on the other side of the camera later on as the sport grows, and be like a Michael Bisping, a Joe Rogan, get to the point where I'm there, they call me, maybe even like finding new fighters or something like that. But I'm going to go as long as I can, and I'd like to transition to the other side.